All right, welcome to the Yankee Rican podcast. My name is Duda Koom. Of course, with my partner in crime, Frankie Crespo, we are two Puerto Ricans from the city of New York City. There are also Yankee fans, and we all like to talk about all things Yankee related. And so today we'll cover pretty much spring training and what to look forward for the next couple of weeks. Actually, Frankie, you have pretty much all what that we're going to be covering throughout this entire episode. Episode one being. So let's get into that.
Yeah, so first thing up, since we're in the middle of spring training here, less than a month away from the regular season. Um, oh my God, the best part about watching spring training this season has been the young guys. It really has.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
you know,
always a treat. It's always a treat what the rookies do.
always, it's nice to see the young guys. I mean, I would love to just say the prospects, but we do have some young guys who are currently in the team and that they're gonna be definitely getting playing time.
Hmm.
Um, the first guy that comes to mind, obviously, is Ben Rice. Ben Rice has been playing a lot of games at first base. Um, him and Goldschmidt are obviously going to be a platoon. Goldschmidt's going to take a lot of the lefty pitchers, obviously, and Ben Rice is going to take against righties.
Yes.
Um, Ben Rice is developing pretty well at first base.
Yeah.
Ben Rice, he's an athlete. He's a former catcher. He is most likely not gonna play catcher this season, um, unless something terrible happens. God forbid, to
We love Ben
Escara or
Rice. We love
Wells. We
Ben
love Ben
Rice.
Rice. Get him in the lineup any day. Play him at DH. Play him at first. Play him at catcher. It doesn't matter. Um, Test him at third if you want. See what happens. He wouldn't be the first catcher to play third base. But honestly, Ben Rice has been exciting. He's been showing a lot of range in spring training. First base, he's developing pretty well. He's not perfect. He's gonna be far from perfect. Um, I don't think I haven't seen him have any bad plays at first. Um, and that's the beauty of first that you're not gonna see like as long as you're capable and Ben Rice is plenty capable. You should be able to get away with playing first base. Um, and he just has a beautiful swing. He's still swinging it. He's still got some great eyes. He's still gonna take his walks. He's still gonna hit the ball extremely hard. He's gonna get line drives, singles, doubles. I would love to see a few triples this season. That'd be exciting. And obviously home runs. Or you want to talk about Spencer Jones first?
I do want to talk about Spencer Jones actually
Yes, let's
first
talk about
because
Spencer
I
Jones
can't.
then.
I'm trying to find my notes for Lombard. Let's talk about Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones is pushing 30, and he is top. He is one of the best top prospects we've seen in probably recent history. This dude has been unstoppable for the Yankees, and even right now, he's playing for them. He's playing for against Toronto. I really like Spencer Jones. I like what he's been doing. He's been a very um, consistent hitter in terms of not only just the long ball, but also getting into contact.
Yeah.
Um, I think one thing we might worry about Spencer Jones that we often worry about pretty much any Yankee player is just him chasing a lot of the pitches. We saw in his first debut game against Detroit in the spring training, he only went 1 for 3 with a long ball home run. He chased into other appearances with both strikeouts. So, I mean, obviously, can't hit every single day. It would be nice to really see him take more of the pitchers rather than just swing at everything and hope you can line drive into something, which is something that was the flaw of the Yankees last year. So overall, I really do like Spencer Jones. I think he is going to be a great fit as that backup center fielder, and maybe see a little bit more. And obviously, I'm lying. He's not 29. He's 24.
24.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Bright future. Bright future.
he's honestly has a bright future. The Yankees really lucked out on this guy. What do you think, Frankie?
Um, I think Spencer Jones. So the big question this season is Spencer Jones gonna get game? He's gonna get games in the regular season.
Hmm.
Um, First of all, the biggest issue is the Yankees feel like they have maybe too many lefties at the moment. Like we'll get into the catchers later on, but your outfielders currently are Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, obviously, and Grisham. So two of your three outfielders are lefties. Your infield most likely has three lefties. If Rice is at first, obviously your catchers are all lefties, and your third baseman McMahon, he's a lefty. If he's going to be getting the reps at third. So that's a lot of lefties.
It is a lot
So
of lefties,
if
and
with Spencer Jones is he going to be able to hit? Like, I don't know how well he does against lefty pitchers. You know, one great thing about Bellinger is that he hits both sides of
yeah,
pitching. He hits lefty pitchers and righty pitchers. Grisham, we've seen that he's capable of hitting against lefty pitchers. It's still not amazing. Um, and again, Spencer Jones has a huge problem with striking out and not making contact on pitches. You know, a lot of people would compare him to Joey Gallo. I think that's a huge unfair comparison. Um, because Spencer Jones is elite. Like he's elite. I don't know, but he's pretty good defensively. He's definitely versatile. I've seen him play all three outfield positions. I've seen him play center field, left field, and right field. Um, Matter of fact, currently as we're recording, he is playing left field. Um, so I have definitely seen him play all three positions now. Um, it's very strange to see a guy so tall play all three outfield positions so well. And I think that's going to be a strength, obviously, because he has a great arm. He has a lot of range, obviously, thanks to his body, and he's got some legs. He's actually pretty good speed out in outfield.
really good speed,
Um,
really good
yeah,
speed,
definitely.
which
And
was
and
something
it's
that was a bit of a problem last year. So I would like, I'm interested too. I'm interested too.
yeah, because I mean, there's even talks that maybe he'll end up DHing sometime, or Judge will be a DH and he'll be playing outfield occasionally. Um, Especially if Stan cannot play. Because I'm pretty sure Stan is still the projected DH. But again, we'll talk about Stan. But if Stan's incapable of hitting, and he's not gonna be able to play obviously defense, of course, because let's avoid that, right? Um, then you need somebody who's gonna give you value out of hitting and defense, and Spencer Jones could be that guy, especially in the outfield. Um, And here's a guy that will definitely give you both sides of the ball. As long as he keeps developing. I really want to talk about Lombard Jr. Um, First of all, I've seen him play every single part of the infield, obviously besides catcher. He's not a catcher.
Hmm.
I've seen him play third base, shortstop, second base, and first base, which was actually really surprising to see him play first base.
Yeah, not a
I'm not
lot of,
sure.
not
Yeah,
a lot of.
yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Not a lot of hitters are able to do that kind of positions all at once. So really, really surprised by that too when he played. But you were also saying something earlier about Lombard Jr. In terms of his speed.
Um, Yeah, Lombard Jr. is very fast, and he gets around the base pad extremely well. Um, just I believe just yesterday, he played in a game, and you just see. I think the Yankees blew out the Twins.
It was
I think
Detroit.
yes.
It was
Oh,
Detroit. 30-20.
Detroit yesterday. It was Detroit, right?
Yep.
So they blew out Detroit. Not the only blowout that the Yankees have had this spring training. But the way that he can just get around bases is pretty surprising. Obviously, he can steal. That's gonna be again, that's a great thing because speed is gonna be a killer. I think on this Yankees team. Obviously, Judge had talks about wanting to improve his steal rates, which is I don't know, maybe that's not too important for Judge in anybody's opinion. Um, Bellinger's pretty quick. Obviously, Jazz, he said he's going to go for 50-50, so he needs some steals. He needs to,
Allegedly, he's gonna.
allegedly, I think it'd be better if he just goes for 30-30. Let's start there. Or even go for 20-20.
Hey,
Um,
2020 is already a good start. If you want to go
yeah.
up, go up. Just learn to make some contact hitting and not swinging at every fucking pitch that you did last year.
I
Just
would just yeah, and I would take some more walks definitely from Jazz. Um, no 3 true outcome anymore from Jazz, honestly. But yeah, so speed is definitely gonna be a big part. And if Lombard, I mean, they're playing him at every infield position.
mhm.
So is the thought that Lombard is potentially gonna get brought up to play one of those positions, or multiple positions at the exact same time. Um, because Lombard he's still pretty young. Obviously, I think he just turned 19. Um, so he's very young. I don't really want to see him called up this season. Obviously, I think he's extremely young. I don't know if he's ready. I know he has offensive struggles. Like he can make contact, and I know he doesn't hit for power. He hits for average for the most part. Which I'm definitely not going to complain about. Again, he gets around base pads. So maybe he's going to be that type of hitter. You put him at the top of the lineup and, have the other guys hit around, hard. You could imagine a guy like Lombard. He's going to go, he's going to hit like first. Then a guy like maybe Bellinger hits second, Judge at third, and whoever your DH is going to be at fourth or something like that. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see.
He's a young guy. I like him as a prospect, and honestly, his swing to rate ratio is great. But as you said, he's 20 years young. He's trying to figure out what position will best work for him. It would be a little bit interesting to see if the Yankees will call him up, given that he's a young guy that's going to be starting on the front lines, and just playing around through every position is ideal. Especially for the fact that we need a guy that can get around to some hits, and also he's a righty, so a righty would be
Yes.
really helpful in an all lefty scenario. My question though is how really what he would fit in as this young guy. We've seen it time and time again where the young guys and the Yankees don't really seem to really mesh well. With of course being the exception is surprisingly Jason Dominguez. Even though Jason Dominguez has not been really been meshed well in terms of management. So I would be really interested to see. Obviously, like I said, he's a great prospect. He's a really young guy, but it might be a little too early to tell. And also at the same time, we're still kind of developing Volpe, who is also this young guy who loves to throw the ball over the first baseman's head. So I mean, the Yankees are working on that, right? So
Right.
um,
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully. So, I mean, Lombard's time. As much as I would be interested, I don't think that they would bring him up that early. But we'll see, and we'll see the decision on either bringing Lombard or Volpe up to the plate. It's more likely it's going to be Volpe though.
Right. Um, Volpe has the contract, obviously. That's another thing too. Lombard, he's obviously a minor leaguer, so he doesn't get paid the big bucks to play. Um, One thing I'll never take away from Volpe, even though he had a really bad defensive season, this past season, is he is a Gold Glove. He won a
Yeah.
Gold Glove, right? That's the one thing that people will always go back on. He won a Gold Glove in his rookie season. You know, um, but that's why I don't want to hype up Lombard Jr. too much. And yeah, he is 20. Oof, my God, that is so crazy. He is so young.
Like I said, I think ultimately he's not going to get the start. Maybe this year and maybe next year he might get it because ultimately Volpe is also in his own right. I'm gonna put this bluntly, his own right. Good. I mean, there's a more stronger chance that Volpe will start over a guy like Lombard or hell, even Jason Dominguez. So it's worth to note about, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I've seen Lombard Jr. Spring training, and some highlights from when he was in Double A and such. You know, he he's really good defensively, like really good. And I've
Hmm.
seen him have some great highlights this spring. Um, Now again, you're right. I'm not sure how does that compare to Volpe? Because if Lombard Jr. comes up for some reason, again, I think it's a little too early. But if he gets called up and they say, okay, you're playing, let's say Cabby's at second, third is big man, so you're playing shortstop. Um, I guess this is a situation where Jazz has to play some other position. Uh, I don't think Jazz doesn't like he wants to play second, obviously, but like a situation like that, of course. Anyways, imaginary. Um, so he's gonna have to play short. I think he can definitely play shortstop. I definitely think he can. As much as I like McMahon, I know they said McMahon is gonna get reps at shortstop. Um, it's just let him play third. I think obviously since he's gonna be more used to that position, that's what they should do. Um,
And he's
don't
great
force any. Yeah,
He's great at third. He's always been great at third. Putting him in a shortstop position where he has to get more active in is going to be a bit of a challenge for him.
very straining. It's very straining, and especially McMahon, with his offensive struggles currently. I think that's more pressure on him because if he ends up making a mistake at short, people are gonna be like, "Well, you better hit." So that's just more pressure on him. And I don't know if he's McMahon is gonna be ready for something like that. Because again, if you're a Yankee shortstop, in this day and age, you're gonna get harassed if you're not playing all
Yeah.
star caliber. So it's a pretty sad thing. Obviously as Yankees fans, maybe we shouldn't do that, but we're also used to greatness as shortstop, right? Um, so
We're all
obviously,
the next upcoming of Jeter as
right? Everyone is the next Jeter. So Lombard Jr., he's the next Jeter. Shout out, because the Volpe used to be that guy. He's not that guy. Lombard Jr., maybe he's that guy. You would think right? He's the second coming. You
he's the
know,
second coming.
which would make Volpe the Antichrist. We thought he was the second coming, and he tricked us. But that's really mean to say. like, um, no. I hope Volpe actually does well.
Listen,
I'll
Volpe is young. He
yeah,
when you put a young player into Yankee Stadium, he's going to hear all of it. I mean, I've been to many Yankee games. I went to many Yankee games actually last year when Volpe was at his worst,
yeah,
and the fans were livid. The fans were very livid on this guy, and they have every right to be livid at this guy. Um, so it's all development phase, right? I mean, it's all just trying to figure out what works for Volpe and what doesn't work for Volpe, and it's just it takes time for a player like him to develop. How much do the Yankees really want to invest in this guy? And also the fact of the matter is that we already have rookies that are playing these type of positions, not saying in a better way, but in a
yes.
efficient way, as Volpe has been playing for the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And let's really get to pitching. I really want to talk about the pitchers right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the first guy I really want to talk about is let's talk about Ryan Weathers because he's technically not a prospect, but he's a young guy, much like Rice, who's definitely somebody to look forward to this season. Um, he throws heat. I'm pretty sure he threw 100, which is 3 miles faster than he threw his fastest pitch last season. Um, so it seems like he's definitely going to be adding some velo to his fastball. Um, obviously, do I think he's a complete pitcher right now? No, I still think he's a three pitch guy. Um, it would be nice to see more um pitch mix. Obviously, because right now, Weathers is kind of fastball slider change. I'm pretty sure, or his change, I guess, is actually his sinker.
Yeah,
So, um, I would like to see a different pitch also, at least four pitch. If you're gonna be a starter, I know you can get away with three pitches as a starter, but the way that I see it is the Yankees, since they're such a big organization, everybody wants to beat them. So people are gonna focus on how can we beat your pitchers, and if you only have three pitches, that's more time for them to study you you
exactly.
know. So I think that's why the guys with more pitches and the guys who are veterans do well as Yankee pitchers. That's why I think Cole does so well. That's why I think Rodon had such a great season. That's why I think Fried can be so successful. It seems they
Exactly.
have so many pitches, they have so many different looks, so many
Exactly.
different ways of pitching and being successful that, they don't have to worry about, oh, if they saw my film, are they going to be able to hit my sinker? Are they going to hit my fastball, slider, so on and so forth?
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
Ryan Rather, yeah. Is there anything else that you wanted?
no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Weathers, as you say, he's the young guy. He made his debut in 2022. Only got one start in with the Padres, and then in that one start, he gave up 4 runs.
Right.
So and ended off his season with a 9 ERA. And then he strangely enough he became a full time well he didn't come a full time he became a full time starter with the Padres, and then he was traded to the Marlins where his ERA was a 6.55 in 2023. He had a lower ERA when he pitched 86 innings with a 3.63 ERA, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Uh, and then he didn't pitch as much in 2025 last year with a 3 ERA, almost a 4 ERA. So expect a high ERA from this guy, in my opinion. I think he's that three innings pitched guy, as you mentioned, and I don't, as much as I want to put my trust in him, we ultimately have to see how the season goes. I mean, it might be a thing where it was like with the Mets when they signed Griffin Canning, this Gold Glove guy who's still kind of young but had a high ERA, so they're gonna try to find a way to lower it. Um, it's a good pickup for the Yankees in terms of youth development, um, and putting him into this role in Yankee Stadium where people will boo you for literally anything
Right.
is going to be challenging. Is going to be challenging for this guy, but I honestly think that he might have a good fit. He might have a good fit in that starting position because the Yankees, from what I could tell, are going to put him in a starting rotation.
That I yeah, that's one thing to definitely look out for because I think he's also could end up as a reliever. Again, his pitch mix is not too long, but he's got some pretty good stuff so far. And it definitely seems like he has way more confidence than he has in the past. So it'll definitely be exciting to see. Um, but there's definitely some other guys on this Yankee spring training team that I definitely want to get to. Um, I want you to tell me about Elmer Rodriguez because he was pretty exciting to watch.
Hoo, yeah, I've been talking about this guy off camera a lot of Yankees fans, including Frankie himself,
Yeah,
about this starting pitcher, and he has been good. I mean, it's a little too early to tell, right? But he's a Puerto Rican. He's going to represent
yes, Boricua pitcher, another one in the Yankees.
He's going to represent the World Baseball Classic. In his first start against Baltimore, 3 innings, shutout with 1 strikeout. That's not bad. That's not bad. It looked good. He looked really good. His second stint was okay. He gave up 2 runs, but 4 strikeouts in a 3 inning pit in a three
Yes,
innings um, game for him. 22 years old. He looks young. Well, he is young, but he looks
yeah,
good for a young pitcher. And honestly, I'm a little surprised. I was a little surprised on his first start, taking on a relatively healthy Baltimore team. They had Henderson in, Barrio in, Castillo, O'Neill, Alonso, a lot of those tough hitters.
Alonso.
So that was worth watching. I did watch that first game, and I did watch that Alonso hit a home run, and as much as that pissed me off, it did show me that the Yankees have a good pitch. I have a little good of a young pitcher with this guy.
Um, yeah, that's definitely one thing I'm excited for. Now there's a guy I know he definitely has a good pitch mix. Um, what I found most exciting was his slider.
Yes, yes.
His slider is like really nasty. Now I don't know the numbers on his. I don't know how much break it has, but just from the eye test alone, I mean, the way that he can hide the ball too. He hides the ball for a really long time. So he's definitely tricky. And I mean, he's going to give up runs because he's definitely a pitch to contact pitcher as far as I know. Um, so, again, first game of spring training, defense, is kind of iffy. I would love to see him pitch again. I'm not sure if he's gonna have an opportunity again. He's in the World Baseball Classic, so he might be preparing for that already. Um, so it's definitely exciting to see, and a former Red Sox too prospect.
Mm,
That's always fun to see a Red Sox transition to a Yankee.
yep.
I think this one is pretty exciting compared to the last few Red Sox prospects. The Yankees have received.
Yeah. I mean, we did
And
get Cam Schittler. Well, no, he's like
yes,
in
wait,
Prince. Wasn't a
yeah,
Boston
no,
prospect.
he's from Boston, and his family were Boston fans.
Yeah, but Boston.
Um, yeah, so there's Boston blood, but no association with the Red Sox, not from the league,
No.
but um, yeah, thank God. Oh man, Cam is gonna be good too. Man, what an exciting pitching lineup we could have.
What's this other person though that I did wanted to speak about is Paul Blackburn, which is not a
Yeah, okay.
prospect, but I I don't see what the Yankees really see in this guy. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. Paul Blackburn was, for those who don't remember, he was a starter for the Oakland Athletics for a couple years, and then he was traded over to the Mets when he became a relief pitcher. No, my apologies. He still became a starting pitcher. In 2025, he became a relief pitcher. Um, and I don't see what the Yankees really see in this guy. He had a really rough season last year, and then the year before that, he's not the best pitcher in the world. I maybe he could be a good asset. His first two starting roles he had today actually he just ended on his 4 innings against the Blue Jays with a shutout,
Yes.
and 2 strikeouts, and 2 innings pitched, 1 strikeout against the Pirates. So I he looks okay. I mean, he's not. What he I don't really see what the Yankees have to see in this guy personally. In my opinion, I think he's going to be a fine pitcher. I don't know about in terms of depth, but what do you think?
Um, my first concern with Blackburn is he maybe has the worst nickname in the MLB.
Wait, what's his nickname?
I would look that up real quick. Um, so yeah, I mean, he's gonna be that guy for the Yankees that, like, I look at the way the same way I looked at Cookie, uh, Carlos Carrasco. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be a guy who he's sort of a veteran
Oh,
pitcher.
that's a terrible less. That's
That's
a
a bad
terrible.
nickname, right? That's a
That's
terrible
really.
nickname.
Paul Blackburn, if you are currently listening to this, please change that nickname.
And again, if you don't know, I would definitely search it up real quick. That's a terrible nickname. Um, and my biggest concern with him is if he's going to be another Carlos Carrasco, how many games is he going to get actually in the regular season? Because I know we do have some pitchers out currently right now, some pitchers who we don't know who's going to be there for opening day. So is Paul Blackburn going to be one of those guys who's going to get like 6 starts this
Yeah.
season, or is he going to be a guy who gets 10 starts this season? Or more. That's what really concerns me. Hopefully not. again, with the way the Yankees are right now, um, we have so many great pitchers, but yes, we are dealing with injuries. But again, hopefully by the time that the season starts getting heat up, uh, that the Yankees will have all their best pitchers. Like I currently don't know the situation on Freed. Um, obviously Cole said he's gonna be potentially ready
Of
for
course.
opening day. Good for him. I can't wait to see him pitch again. Obviously, Cam is gonna be another great guy. I think he should be fine by opening day also. Even though I know he was dealing with some minor strains and stuff. Um, and we're gonna see maybe some of the young guys who we mentioned previously.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that'd be pretty exciting also. But Paul Blackburn is one of those guys that, yeah, maybe try to avoid using him if you don't have to. But we are definitely gonna see some starts from him. I could guarantee it. I think my over under is
Yeah,
gonna be
I
he's gonna
I
play at
think the
least
Yankees are gonna put him in
four
that
starts.
same relieving pitcher role that they did last year. Um, but of course we have to see how the regular season goes. In terms of spring training, like I said, he had a couple good solid starts. So you just got to see how the Yankees will handle him because he's definitely going to be on that roster this year for the regular season.
Yeah. And the reason why I say he's gonna make starts is because I believe the Yankees are gonna do
Mm-hmm.
bullpen days. That's something that we didn't really see from the Yankees this past season, but I believe they will again with the pitching situation is very strange right now. I'm not sure how successful certain
Yeah.
pitchers are going to be. So I believe that he will probably be one of those guys that you put in the first few innings, he's going to make the start for you, and then you take out, and the rest of it is going to be your other bullpen guys. So again, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. We'll definitely be seeing that.
Yeah, and in topic with the current, roster for the Yankees, also got to talk about the big news for Stanton and Yankee Stanton lovers.
Bad elbows. That's the big news. So Stan has bad elbows, but we knew this from last season. That's the reason why he didn't play for a while. And when he did come back, obviously he wasn't. He was doing well, obviously, but you could tell that there were times where he was struggling with this injury. Tennis elbow in both elbows is extremely rare. But if you look at Stan's swing, it's obvious why both elbows are in such terrible condition. Um, Basically, the concern is now going to be from Stan, basically, like, are we going to see Stanton play, like, maybe, how many games did he play last season? Would be a good comparison.
He played a total of. You want to guess, or you want me to just tell you?
I want to say he played 45 games,
So
something like
no,
that.
he played a lot more. He played 77 games.
Oh shoot. Yeah, that is a lot. So 77. Okay. So currently I don't think he's talking about playing through the injury, which he's done already for the past few
Yeah.
seasons. Apparently he's been dealing with tennis elbow since um I'm pretty sure 2024, even earlier than that possibly. Um so is it concerning? Obviously, because Stan is an aging star,
hmm
um, and he's still one of the highest contracts currently under payroll. So he played 77. You said 77 games.
So he played a total of 77 games, and
Okay.
you're right. He is an aging veteran, 36 years old. Got a little more left in the tank in him, but even at 36, he has still been such a good, consistent hitter in terms not only just with the long ball, but also with the contact, and that is surprising for somebody in his age.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and respect to Stan. Like obviously he's been amazing for the Yankees. Over the past few seasons. Despite the struggles, despite the hardships, He's still one of the greatest postseason performers for the Yankees, and he hasn't even been able to show it off all too often. Um, but so respect to Stan. I hope that I don't know if his tennis elbow problems are ever gonna go away. Obviously, it was kind of funny because when Stan had to talk about his condition, he said that he couldn't open up a bag of chips, and yeah, that's pretty hilarious. I mean, it's pretty sad too, because you're like, oh wow, this guy can't even do basic things. He's got these massive arms. He's a big old guy. He can't open up his own bag of chips. But I mean, it stands a funny guy. So you just hope for the best. 77 games is not bad. I would love to see Stan play more games, especially since he's only a DH, for the most part again. Um, so yeah, let's see more games from Stan. Hopefully this next season. Um, obviously without any injuries or anything like that, anything from holding him back. As long as he's performing well, also as a hitter. Um, and then we also wanted to get to Wells. So this spring training, honestly, Wells has been pretty on and off. Honestly, he's having good at bats. I definitely can't take that away from him, but um, he's definitely taking the new ABS system into some trouble from offense and defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically where we wanted to get to because we were talking off the record and we were talking about the ABS system. It's gonna change Wells defensively, and I just wanted your opinion on that.
Yeah, so if for people who haven't really been watching the spring training, the ABS system has been taken into full effect for the spring training and it's going to be taken in effect for the regular season. Um which is huge. It's huge for catchers, it's huge for pitchers, it's huge for the game in general. Um in terms for Austin Wells with the ABS system, obviously you're not going to get every take correct, but also you kind of need to be a little bit more strategic on how you want to play with the ABS system because the ABS system now implements a new strategy when it comes to catchers. And Frankie, you were talking a bit more on that on like players like JT Realmuto, Buster Posey with that
Yeah,
um
Yachty,
catching
Yachty,
frame,
Yachty.
and Yadi Molina, of course.
Um, yeah, I mean, basically, the way I see it is Yankees, not just the Yankees, but MLB in general, all the teams. Defensively, catchers are no longer going to be graded on possibly. I mean, possibly. I gotta see this. I gotta see a full season of the ABS system first. After the season, then we could really
Yeah.
discuss it a lot more. Or maybe we could get a few seasons in with the ABS system to see how really it affects the game. But um, the thought is defensively, catchers are going to be more importantly going to be for passed balls. How many passed balls a catcher's allows in a season?
Right.
Do they prevent wild pitches? And do they get plays at the plate? And could they throw runners out? That's going to be the important parts of being a catcher, probably for the foreseeable future with the ABS. As framing seems like it's going to be not as an important stat as it was in the past few years and for the past few seasons. Um, and since the
Yeah.
Yankees have made it such a priority of framing, again, Wells is a great framer. We've seen a Skara. Skara's also a great framer. Um,
Rice does good
yeah,
with the
Rice was
framing
really
too.
good coming up also. And I assume whenever we see another Yankees catcher that maybe he'll also be good at framing, but maybe the next generation of catchers are not going to be taking into account framing as much since it's going to be maybe possibly a dying skill. Um, and uh, yeah, the ABS system is going to be interesting, especially since especially for Wells and for catchers because you either have to make the calls behind the plate or when you're hitting. They're on both sides. Um, and I've seen Wells kind of struggle, picking between, what is he going to challenge? Like he's made challenges on the defensive side where they're clearly balls and he's trying to get strikes out of them. And if your frame job doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
then you kind of just have to move on from it because you're not going to get, obviously the machine
Right.
is going to tell you whether you're right or wrong. It's not really about the umpire in that instance. So don't not challenge things that are obviously balls. Like if it's an inch and a half off the plate, please don't challenge it. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of a challenge that could be used in a more important situation. Um, and we also have, I mean, this is not just for Wells. I don't want to just target Wells, but if you are a hitter and you challenge a ball, or excuse me, if you challenge a strike that you think is a ball, make sure that it's actually a ball. Also, that's another one. Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the reason why Wells is being targeted is because you think as a catcher, you know whether or not something's actually going to be a strike. So if you take a strike and you're like, okay, that was a strike, or no, hold on, that was a ball, then you could be okay. I mean, of course, people are still gonna get it wrong sometimes. It happens. Things look different when you're taking a strike. Obviously, I mean, I've never saw 100 miles per hour um, blow by me, so obviously I can't really tell you about that. But it's definitely challenging.
Yeah.
And I also really did want to get to one more thing, something really nice to end on. Um, the best Yankees. Well, yeah, I'll say it. The best Yankees left-handed, the
The
biggest guy ever.
one of the best, one of the
Yeah,
best.
CC Sabathia is getting his number retired by the Yankees. And obviously,
Yeah. Yes, he September 26th. Mark that down, folks. If you want to attend that game, drop $200.
it's gonna be it's a lot of money, especially if you're gonna be near the field. CC had a great career with the Yankees. Um, Again, I'm glad. It's very strange. If you're a baseball fan, maybe he should have gone in as a Cleveland Guardian, excuse me, a Cleveland member. Um, but it's nice to see another Yankee in the Hall of Fame. The Yankees have a bunch of Hall of Famers now. CC Sabathia is another one, and he's gonna have his number retired,
Yep.
rightfully so. Um, and I won't argue that CC Sabathia should have his number retired. I think his number should be retired, honestly. Again, he reached a bunch of milestones with us. He won awards. He won World Series. I mean, there's not much you could ask for out of CC Sabathia, and he represents the Yankees so well. And he has almost nothing. He never has anything bad to say about the organization, and that's something that I love about CC Sabathia. You know, um, and we were talking about one other thing, retired numbers because the Yankees are running out of numbers.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, they only have what 37 more numbers until they ran out of like jersey numbers. And we were talking about this earlier with like the argument about retiring too many players. For a guy like CC Sabathia, he has every single right to become a retired member. A retired member of the Yankees. Even though he didn't win a Cy Young, he still had a really really good career. And in my opinion, as much as I love CC, you can't retire every number, right? So as I'm gonna sit here and say that CC deserved it, but also there are so many more icon. The thing about the Yankees is that we're such a historic franchise, right? Started
Yes.
out back in 1903 that when the Yankees were first inaugural, and we kept on going, we kept on winning championship, we kept on getting different players who changed the game in their own right. Um, it's all about management, right? It's all about who who we think should be in that Hall of Fame club. For a guy like CeCe Sabathia, one might argue no. Not only was he not just a regular, not only was he not a full-time Yankee, but he also had different accolades when it came to being in Cleveland and even in being in Milwaukee. I mean, he had one of his
Yes.
best seasons in Milwaukee. Literally grabbed that team all the way to the playoffs after 30, 40 years of not making the playoffs since. So, I mean, it's an argument worth discussing about. And then many people are talking about, well, if CC's number should be retired, why not A-Rod's, right? And that's something we also kind of briefed upon. What we kind of touched on was the idea of A-Rod having his number retired. And there was arguments about, like, even though he was a steroid user, he's still did pretty good. Um, to be honest, in my opinion, A-Rod will probably not get his jersey retired. I would be a little bit surprised if he gets his jersey retired. I don't know. What do you think?
Um, yeah, I had mentioned it before. Honestly, I mean, A-Rod had a great stint with the Yankees, obviously. I always struggle to see if A-Rod does eventually make the Hall of Fame. Um, is he gonna go in as a Mariner or is he gonna go in as a Yankee? I don't think he's gonna go in as a Ranger, obviously.
Mhm.
So obviously, I think he should go in as a Mariner. Honestly, the Mariners don't have a lot of Hall of Famers and Hall of Fame plaques. So I think he would represent the Seattle Mariners very well. But I know he
Yeah.
loves the Yankees. I know he supports the Yankees anytime he can, which is great. He represents New York. He loves New York. But
Yeah.
I think just for the sake of baseball, if he ever does retire, he has to retire a Mariner. Um, again, the scandal with the steroids, yeah, obviously that's gonna haunt A-Rod for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and
both. Go ahead.
no. You go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, that basically like A-Rod is gonna be remembered as a great Yankee, but I think he's gonna be remembered as a legendary Mariner for the most part, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, both. One thing that these two both had in common is that they did not start as a Yankee. They both started
Nope.
out as separate teams, and then when they joined the Yankees, they had arguably the good rest of their years.
That's true.
The argument made for CC though is that he was past his prime and it was always injury prone. And even though if that may be the case, at the end of the day, CC Sabathia did what very few Yankee players are able to do in this modern time today, or not even just in Yankee standards, in a pitching standards today. So, and also, let's not forget, this guy had a hit too. This was the hitting era of National League and
Yes.
American League. So
Yeah.
he had to learn. So he had to not only pitch a shutout inning, but then also try to get in there and score a hit.
Um, and he did it very well. I love seeing his Brewer highlights. Those are the best, some of the best
Yeah.
highlights of any pitcher, honestly. And honestly, respect CC. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him over there getting his number retired. And joining up with some great legends in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love CC. Come on.
It's going to get a it's going to get a point though where we're just going to have Yankee jerseys in decibels or in triple digits or even a Jordan Clarkson with the 00.
Yeah,
Like it's
00.
going to reach that point. So I think the Yankees, to close out, I think the Yankees, as much as it's a kind of a bit of a for controversial decision, it's deserving for a guy like CC Sabathia. I think the Yankees do need to consider on holding off of jersey retirements until probably after Judge, because Judge is probably going to get his jersey retired at some
Right.
point.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't brought a championship, his MVPs and Gold Gloves and Silver Slugs says a lot about him. So that's probably what we're going to see in the near future, and that's okay, but it's also about just like the quality over the quantity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And Also, you do not need a championship to get your number retired by the Yankees because
No,
I love Don Mattingly. Obviously,
Don
he didn't win a
Mattingly.
championship. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And honestly, Judge is having that career path where you're like, ooh, is this guy going to get some big accolades? I mean, he's already, again, I think if Judge has 2 more good seasons, honestly, he's a lock. I think he's a lock. This guy's a multi-time MVP. Batting titles. He's a crazy slugger. He's Gold Glove caliber. I mean, he's amazing. Judge is everything. He's the captain, and he's gonna be another Yankee great, and he's gonna be another great Hall of Famer. Just keep doing what Judge is doing, and he's gonna be a lock, guaranteed, first ballot.
First ballot Hall of Fame. We love Judge. We love Judge. I have his jersey on me. I have his jersey. I
Yeah.
have a couple. I have a couple of jerseys that I have. So
I need a
all
new
respect to
cap.
him.
My
You
Yankees
need a
hat is
new.
worn out. Yeah.
Oh really?
Gotta get a new one. Yeah. Definitely. It's all beat up and stuff like that. You would
Oh
think I was an
man.
active player, man, but yeah, I gotta get a new one.
Oh man. Yeah, you need a jersey. Not jersey. You need a hat ASAP.
I do need a jersey too. But I would
You
love
don't.
to Cody Bellinger. Gotta get a Cody
You
Bellinger
don't.
jersey.
You don't have a jersey?
Nah, no Yankees jersey. I know it's crazy, but
What?
I know I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
Would you?
now.
Would you get a jersey with the name or no name?
No name. You gotta get no name. I mean, if you can
Fuck
help it,
that.
obviously. You like name?
I
You like name?
I like name depending on the player. Like I
Right.
like Gary Sanchez growing up. Even though he wasn't the greatest Yankee player of all time, I just really liked Gary Sanchez, and so
Right, he
I
was
have a
special.
jersey with Sanchez on his back. Um,
Number 24.
yeah, but I guess for like the all-time greats like Jeter and Judge and Lou Gehrig, you don't get a name on there. You don't
Right,
get a
right, yeah.
roof.
Yeah,
You don't get a
respectable.
name on there. You just put the number. Everybody knows the
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, especially if you're a legit fan. I mean, but yeah, basically, oh man, so many great numbers. I can't wait to see 101. Like, who's
Oh
gonna be number
yeah,
101?
Spencer
That's gonna be
Jones,
soon.
101.
He's gonna be 101 called up. Oh my god. I think his current number is like 78. Like, that's
I
the
think it's
jersey number he
78.
wears right
Spencer
now. That is
Jones jersey.
such an ugly number, 78.
It's not
Like,
terrible.
it's not the worst number of all
78.
time. I mean,
78.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean
Um,
Luka Doncic wears 77. That's not a number
70.
you see every
He's
day.
kind of, well, 77 is iconic a little bit now.
Maybe.
I think
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean
7's
everybody
always been a
hyped
lucky
up
number.
when Luka first came on the scene. I think everybody was like, "Oh, this guy's from Slovenia. He looks pretty good. Played for
Yeah.
Madrid." So
And
I guess you're right on that part.
I wonder if you can wear, like, who's wearing the number 67 for the Yankees right now?
Oh boy. I
Like,
thought we
Spencer
were
Jones could be number 67.
Oh my God, who's brain rot? I mean, we're at the point now where like Yankee players are what's the word? Brain rotted. That's the best term.
All the young guys are brain rotted, and
They're
that's
they're
why
all
we'll
from
never
Gen
see them
Z.
called up. Dang,
The
man.
rookies are from Gen Z, so we're gonna get some brain rotted folks. Although I think at one point either Cortez, it was Cortez, Mr. Cortez, he wore number 67 and Duhar. So I guess that's
Yeah,
worth noting
both of those.
about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe number 67 is unlucky for the Yankees. I probably wouldn't wear that. I mean,
Yeah. Do we have?
just based off of the names you mentioned,
Yeah. Do we have a 69? A 69?
I don't think they'll let people wear the number 69, the Yankees.
No, they
But
got some. They got
you
some
think
players
so?
wearing 69. Well, not in the Yankees, but
That's what I'm
like
saying. I
in
don't think the
MLB
Yankees
standards.
organization allows it, the number 69.
Yeah.
They think it's too unprofessional.
Yeah.
But
Rodman
it is a little
is the
funny.
first thing that comes up to mind.
Rodman 69.
There was there was one thing though with the jerseys that I also kind of wanted to touch on. Though this was really a
Yeah.
part of our segment, but there recently the MLB came out with the Fanatics gear, and maybe you've seen this, but the Fanatics gear for 2026 World Baseball Classics, the prices since dropped, but the prices were coming out expensive to like $400 for Team USA gear. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot. It's too
like
much. It's price gouging Obviously,
Mhm.
I mean, my thing is jerseys are very inaccessible for the most part, anyways. Which is really, it's really, I mean, it's upsetting, it's frustrating,
In
but I
terms of like
understand.
legitimacy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, you get a rep and it looks just the same. Just don't put it in the dryer too many times because you'll
Yeah,
lose the lettering, you'll lose the letters and the numbers,
you'll
but
lose everything.
the color will fade off and stuff like that. But, um, oh, you okay? Here, I'm looking at jerseys right now. Yeah, that's way too much. I mean, unless like I don't know why would you ever pay that much money for a jersey? Unless the person has worn that jersey. Like I don't understand. Like, um, I'm looking at like a 420 plus because that's gonna be with tax. That's a lot of money for a name on the back and numbers.
No. And it's Judge. You would get the number on. You
Judge,
would get the
Harper, and
name on
Skeens.
there.
I'm looking at. Yeah, that is way too much.
Yeah,
That's
the
a lot.
jersey and Fanatics has like a terrible history in terms of their quality with jerseys. We saw this if you're aware, we saw this with like the Super Bowl jerseys that they released for Fanatics, and the quality looked absolutely horrible. It's just I don't like Fanatics. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like their quality of jerseys. I bought a couple of jerseys. I have a crazy jersey collection, and I bought a couple off of Fanatics, and they're not. They don't really like. They're okay, but like they're
Yeah,
not as cool as like the jerseys that I have. They're probably fake, but they're still nice to have.
yeah. I listen, man. I don't mind, man. I'll never make fun of somebody for wearing a fake jersey or a rep or whatever you want to call it, because like honestly, sports are supposed to be accessible. I think all sports should be accessible, and that includes being a sports fan. So
Right.
if you are able to get away with it, it looks good. Shoot, who's to
Yeah.
judge? Honestly, and
I will only judge somebody if they wear a player that's not even on the team. Like I saw the other day on Depop, somebody was selling an Otani Diamondbacks jersey, and I was
yeah,
like,
that's
"What?"
ridiculous.
I don't think he's on the team. I can
No,
check.
never, never, never the Diamondbacks. That'd be weird to come back to if it turns out that he is a Diamondback sometime in the future. But no, 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 never, never. He'll never be a Diamondback. And I mean, for me, I think the only brand that I own that makes jerseys is Mitchell and Ness. Because even my Yankees jacket is Mitchell and Ness, I believe.
Mitchell and
And
Ness starter,
yeah,
Majestic.
yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
those I like a lot better. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the jersey right there. At least they got the number right. Number 17. Okay. Otani. I
Yeah.
mean, wow, that looks really good. Like an alternate
I
reality
like.
Otani jersey.
I think somebody custom made that and put Otani because I don't think a lot of people shop on Depop with like. I think people. I think the Depop audience is just like people who wear jerseys for the fit and not actually for the team.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So,
make sure to put that image up. That is too good. That looks really real. Like pretty legit. You're right. I think they must have went. That must be from Arizona. Like if you go to the shop and you're like, oh yeah, let me get a custom jersey that says Otani number 17. Um, wow. Yeah, I wonder. I
I'm
mean, there's probably some other great alternative reality jerseys out there too.
Yeah, I think this is their not their. I think this is their alternates.
Yeah, that with the blue lines. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or this could be
But
their away. I guess also possibly. But you're right. I would
I
have
don't
to
know.
check.
I'll link it to you, and you can find
That's a
out
great.
for
Yeah,
you.
that's a great image.
That
I'm gonna put.
that's actually ridiculous. I
It's cursed.
yeah,
It's definitely a
he was
cursed
on the
object.
he was
The
on the
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. He was on the Diamondbacks.
That's gonna be some little knowledge you could drop to someone who
Yeah,
doesn't know anything. Oh yeah, Otani. He started as the Diamondback. Then he became
yeah.
an Angel.
You could use it on your
Um.
immaculate grid.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Talking about Immaculate Grid, let's get to Immaculate Grid. I think that'd be fun to play.
Yeah, so
Uh,
we like a segment here where we just like to interact with like the baseball world through immaculate grids. And let us know in the comments if you guys like this segment, if you wish this segment would be bit shorter. or don't like the segment at all. We love feedback, and we would appreciate any type of feedback. We also appreciate comments. We also appreciate your ideas, your views on how Yankees baseball is turning out, how's the sports world turning out. So please let us know, and we will love to answer questions and talk about the teams that we all love and support.
Yeah, absolutely. Since we're just starting, obviously we're looking to improve, and we want anybody who's a listener, anybody who's going to become a fan, we want to hear what you guys have to say. So please, we do appreciate it. Let us know. Um, I do plan on linking some socials that you could contact us on. Um, but please, yeah, always leave a comment.
Yeah.
And we'll be sure to read it too, and we'll definitely be able to discuss with you guys also. All right, Immaculate Grid. Here we go.
All right. So we got on the left 300 average career, less than 3 ERAs career, and a 300 home run career. On the top, Hall of Fame, 6 WAR, and only one team.
So, okay, I think this section is gonna be the hardest, right? Only one team. Um, and that maybe the average would be the hardest one, or even the ERA. So it has to be a pitcher who only pitched for one team that has less than 3 ERA. The first guy who shot to mine was Bob Gibson, right?
For 300 average
No,
or for Hall of Fame?
less than 3 ERA, Bob Gibson. Cardinals,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So I think that's what I'm gonna go with, Bob Gibson. Okay, perfect. Whew.
2 Bob Gibsons.
Yes, and then 300 plus home run career, only one team. I mean, oof, like without
There's a
searching up,
lot. We could say no, you can't say Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds, Pirate.
Fire and a Giant. I want to say Frank Thomas.
Uh,
No, not even Frank Thomas. He played for the Athletics. Only one team.
as Judge hasn't reached 300 home runs yet. No,
I don't think so.
don't think so either. Can't search it up because that's cheating.
We don't cheat here.
I think he does actually have 300 home runs in his career.
How many? How many? Dang, did he get it recently?
I think
No, right?
so. I think he has 300, Judge.
All right, we're gonna take it.
It could be too high though. Ooh, it could be high. I think everybody would choose Judge.
You wanna go for it?
Let's just do it.
Okay, there you go, Judge. Only one team with a 300 plus career average.
That's a lot of
My first guy was also Jeter, right?
Jeter, but I think everybody would say Jeter. How about Bill Matarowski?
Rest in peace. Um,
Yeah, rest in peace, because he recently passed away.
he wasn't. That's not right.
No, fuck.
Um,
Really?
yeah.
300. Damn. Jeter probably did have a 300 average career on one team.
Yeah, that was a safe. That was a safe one to be fair. Jeter. Now, um, Hall of Fame, 300 plus career average. I mean, yeah, there's a few people. Um, let's go with. Actually, I'm gonna put this guy here. I'm gonna put the great one here. See, I knew that one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Net less than 3 ERA as a Hall of Fame. I don't think it's CC. I think CC had a little bit of a higher ERA in his last few years. I would wonder, did Madison Bumgarner is a Hall of Famer?
No,
Uh,
no, he's not eligible yet.
he did not hit 300 home runs.
He could be. Wait, he could be under this, not the Hall of Fame section, but maybe he's plus 6 WAR. Hall of Fame. I'm gonna think. I want to say Tom Seaver. Yeah.
Nice pull.
Um. Hmm.
Did Ernie Banks have a 300-year average career? I think he did.
That one is a little scary. I know he has 300 plus home runs though. That's a good one. Here, let's fill up Ernie real quick.
Well,
Ernie.
no cheating, no cheating.
No, it's not cheating. It's not cheating.
No, I meant for 300. You want to go 300 home run?
I think home runs
Oh,
is more
oh,
confident.
that's a nice pull.
Um,
We could go more recent. Ichiro.
is the Hall of Fame um like is Ichiro gonna be new enough? Like, is he too new?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that
maybe
is
that's the
true.
issue.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, we could skip that then.
100 average. No, there's gotta be somebody who's like so easy. I mean, I want to say
Did
hmm,
Will Clark's not a Hall of Famer. I don't think
Joe
Jeff Kent has
DiMaggio. No.
DiMaggio. Yeah, DiMaggio probably does.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. That one's scary. Let me see. Only one. We're gonna go to extra innings with this one,
Okay,
but less than. Okay, this is gonna be Greg Maddux, by the way.
Maddox.
Oh wow! Wait, what?
Damn.
Less than three. He must have. Wait, he never had a sick. Wait, how's he not eligible? Less than what's his ERA then? Anyways, less than 3 ERA and a 6+ WAR season. Actually, I kind of liked your answer, Baumgartner. Oh nope.
Yeah, because he kind of fucked up his career when he went to the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. Um. How about how about it's not um dang like a Cy Young winner? It has to be a Cy Young winner. Obviously, this guy. Um. Tim. Tim Lincecum.
Try it. I don't think so. That
Oh,
might be it.
I don't. I don't think Randy is eligible. Um. Is actually. Can we just go Mariano?
Fuck it.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, bro. We
Those are really
guys,
tough
so,
right now.
guys, we suck.
Actually, this one's a good one. Juan Marcho. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's 1%. Nice. Okay. 6+
Six
WAR.
WAR with a 3
I have
hundred
the.
home run career.
This is the easiest one. It
Pujols,
has to be Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Right.
say Pujols.
Pujols. That. Yeah. That was probably eligible too.